Hello friends and everyone else. Today I'm gonna tell you a story. Long time ago, there was one guy. His name was Simon. Simon was in a band since the band's inception, since him and two of his mates, George and Bill. They started playing and then they started jamming all the time. They also got a drummer, another friend of theirs, and they started practicing. And they started playing covers of the songs they liked. And then they started playing out their own tunes. They got better and better. They made a demo. And they also started playing live. And the demo had a good receive from the crowd, and the live shows, by word of mouth, they started becoming more and more crowded, and before you know it, a fat guy with a cigar came to them. His name was Chris, and the guy offered them a record deal. Everyone was very happy. Simon was amazed. It was his dream to have a band and start touring the world and playing his music. But what Simon didn't know was that Chris, the fat man with a cigar, behind his back, went to Bill and George, and he offered them a record deal only if they kicked Simon away. And the others, they just kicked Simon out. So, of course, Simon was angry. Simon was sad. Simon was devastated. They got the record deal. They recorded the first album. The album was successful. They got some fame, they got some money, they became famous, they kept making albums. And what happened to Simon? Simon never played music again. And despite this being his dream, he was so disappointed that he left into the sunset. He became a side note, notes in the credits. He became a reference in the band's Wikipedia page. Now, this story has nothing to do with what I want to show you today. Because unlike Simon, Dave, when he was kicked off the band he was playing with, the band he wrote music for, the band he loved, he became angry as well. He became sad as well. But Dave had a purpose. And Dave wanted to make the biggest band there is. And I would say he pretty much succeeded. Dave left Metallica. He created Megadeth. And then, 2 years later, this album came out. Killing is my business, and business is good. The stories behind how Megadeth started are known, how Dave was kicked out of Metallica, so I don't need to say anything about that. You probably also know that the first album of Megadeth doesn't have the best production ever, the sound is lacking. This album needed some care and attention. And despite the fact that it was remastered a few years ago, it still doesn't sound as it should, as it could. And of course I like the album. You realized I'm a Megadeth fan. But now I got my hands on the reissue of Killing is my business and business is good. The final kill. Limited clear vinyl issue. 33 years later. I listened to a song on YouTube. It sounds really good. I think it was, I don't know, Looking Down the Cross or Skull Beneath the Skin. The thing is, I didn't need to listen to any of that in order to get that. I'm a very big Megadeth fan. Yes. So let's have a look at this. I just got it, so we can have a look together. The cover was made from the start, exactly as Dave Mustaine was picturing it in his mind back then, before the record label put some ketchup and some fake things. So yeah, it looks amazing. And as you can see, it's a double vinyl. The first record, let's have a look on the inside. The first disc is the album with the 8 tracks. Let me take it out. Ooh. Megadeth. That's so nice. And the second one has rarities, some live performances from back in the day, and a demo, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it's not my job to present you everything. I just want to talk about that. And I love it. Side D and side C. I can't wait to listen to that. Because unlike the rest of the Megadeth albums, this one, the sound was not very good. So, despite the fact that the songs were amazing and very fast, very influential for the time, and Dave's guitar playing. If you were not born yesterday and all you know about music is, I don't know, whatever the Spotify is playing or any of that, you know that Dave Mustaine is an amazing guitar player who influenced, maybe, as Scott Ian says, the godfather of thrash. So, Megadeth, The Final Kill. Get it or don't get it, but if you do want to enjoy the first Megadeth album as it should have been from the start, killing is my business and business is good. The Final Kill. That's it. Remember, until next time, stay heavy.